What is up, guys? That Jig Fisherman here once again with my second part of my tackle. In today's video, I'm going to be going over what I'll take with me in a gallon bag that I have here laid out for you guys, and I also have a little trick and four other boxes to keep baits in at your house or in your truck or in your car. So I guess first off here, we're going to start with let's start, since we've got this spawn coming up, let's start with spawning baits. Great spawning baits. Two really good spawning baits that I have here are the Yum Craw Pappy in Green Pumpkin and the Zoom, or not the Zoom, but the Tournament Series Beaver in white color. Both these baits are great. Fish them, especially if you're fishing the spawn on like a 3/0 straight shank hook or a really small EWG hook. I prefer smaller baits when fishing the spawn, because if you were to fish, like, I don't know, for instance, let's take this Zoom, Zoom, what are these called? Brush hogs, right? You fish a bait this big and you fish it on a bed with a big weight on the front of it, and it's like this on the bottom. These fish aren't going to come and grab the hook. They're going to grab the tail, and then they're just going to move it off the bed, and you'll never catch those fish. But on the other hand, if you fish with a much smaller, more compact bait, your hookup percentage goes way up, because with the small bait, you only have so much room, and for such a small hook, that the fish, when they grab it, they're gonna get the hook. They're not gonna pick it by the tail and move it off the bed. So small beavers, Reaction Innovation Sweet Beaver in like the 3 1/4 ounce, the 3 1/4 inch size, or these do just fine. These Yum Craw Pappies in Green Pumpkin obviously are a standby. Everybody has at least some of these somewhere in their tackle box. Really small bait. And also a really good jig trailer, or just a Texas rig. Hell, you could throw them weightless. I've seen a lot of guys fish on weightless and catch tons of fish. But, you know, to each their own. Great color. Jig trailer also, Green Pumpkin, just a great all-around color. You can put it on pretty much any color jig and it'll catch you fish. Since bed fishing is coming around, like I said, bed fishing also, for me, I like to flip on bed, so we'll get into some of my baits that I like to use for flipping. We got a Bruiser Intruder in Houdini color. It's a pretty cool color. It's got, as you see here, we've got a Green Pumpkin with red flake, and then on the other side we have a pearl with silver and black flake. It's a 4-inch bait. Personally, I'm going to fish it with a 4/0 or 5/0 straight shank flipping hook. If I do want to use a EWG, I'm going to use a Gamakatsu 4/0 super line hook, and I'm going to fish that with either a 1/2 or 3/4 or 1 ounce, depending on the vegetation that I'm fishing in. Another color that I got here is the same bait in black and blue. It's black and blue laminate, blue on one side, black on the other. Pretty simple. Great color. Always got to have baits in that color, no matter what. Other flipping baits. Got the Strike King Rodent in Watermelon Red. Great color. Can't go wrong. All year round. Most water conditions. Gotta have it. Smaller flipping baits. Little finesse flipping baits here. We've got the Missile Baits Missile Craw. It's one of Mark Daniels Jr.'s favorite baits down in Okeechobee when he's flipping grass in cold water. If you're going out and it's like, say, 70-some degrees one day and you get a weird cold front in the summer and it goes down to 50 the next day and you still want to flip grass, throw this. It's small, has very little appendages. This is about, you're either going to get these things to open up for you, or it's just going to go into the mat and it's going to look like one of those like grass shrimp. But here in Maryland, we don't have a bunch of grass shrimp, if at all. We just have like small bluegill and stuff, so I guess that's what it'll look like to the bass. I don't really know. But it's just a great finesse presentation when it comes to flipping, because a lot of guys tend to overcomplicate flipping. And if you want to really get a good idea, because I'm just starting to get into flipping, you definitely want to go over to Mikey Balls Fishing. His channel, he's got a great video on finesse flipping and how to flip mats properly, and what kind of baits for when to use them. Next, we've got the Strike King Rage Craw in Green Pumpkin. Great color for the summer. Great bait, great action. Got a lot of water movement from the tails kicking. Can never go wrong with this bait here. Whack-'em Crazy Baits Baby Tater in green, no, not green pumpkin, in root beer pepper green. Great natural color. As you can see, this is what it looks like without the light, and when the light hits it, boom. Very like it's like a pumpkin seed with a little bit of chartreuse flash in it. I don't know how really to describe it, but it's great. Very, very strong baits, very durable, very soft. Next bait here we got is the Gambler Baits Easy Swimmer in Phantom. Great bait for a swim jig trailer or just swimming it by itself. Can never go wrong. They got a ton of great colors. Definitely love their products. The Zoom tubes, Super Salt tubes here, green pumpkin, flip them, fish them on a jig, catch smallmouth on them. Great. This is the only pack I have, and I haven't really fished these before, but I will be certainly getting more in depth on how to fish these the proper way and hopefully catch some pretty good fish on them. Maybe even some smallmouth. I don't know. We'll see. Here we got a bag, just a miscellaneous bag of green pumpkin or watermelon baits. We got anything from green pumpkin, chartreuse tips, trick worms in here to Senkos with orange tips, as you can see here. Just instead of carrying many bags of a bait that's the same color, why not put them all in one bag? Different baits, same colors. You'll be fine. You don't have to worry about colors bleeding and everything. Two baits that I moved fishing is going to be the Brush Hog in Candy Bug. As you can see here, it's like a green, it's like a, not a green pumpkin, but it's a purple. I don't know why I keep saying green pumpkin. I don't know. Probably because I love to fish green pumpkin. It's a purple with purple, blue, green flake in it. And see, I've already got this one rigged to throw on my flipping hook, and my flipping rod with a 5/0 Trokar TK130. It's either a 4 or 5/0. I'm pretty sure it's a 5/0, and I already have it pre-penetrated through the bait. So I have a channel that the hook's going to come out through. Even though these are sharp hooks, just a little extra confidence. So there's a good quick tip. There's a right way and a wrong way to rig it. See how I have this rigged this way? And watch how it comes over my finger. Imagine my finger is a log or a stump. You got this bait coming over, and it's just going to crawl it over, got the hook over, and then right as you get to pull it over, boom, those things fold out. If you rig it the wrong way, they'll fold in. You don't want that. You want them to fold out. It'll look like crawfish pincers, like kind of moving out and flailing in the water. That is the correct way to fish it. This is a little bit of a bigger flipping bait. It's about 6 inches long, I want to say. It's a big bait. I'll just use this for fishing mainly sparse grass, lily pads where I know big fish are. Pretty good color. One rod, one reel. There's a video in there of him doing a friendly subscriber tournament. He was fishing one of them. I was fishing a Havoc, what was it, a Havoc Pit Boss in black blue, but he was catching them on some of those in that color. And then of course, same bait, black blue, great color, can never go wrong, and just straight black also. Finally for the gallon bag, we've got Rage Tail, Anacondas, Watermelon Red. Great bait for fishing deeper water. Want to fish slow. It's a 10-inch ribbon tail worm, basically, with watermelon red flake in it. I've got it on a 6/0 Gami. It's got some rust on it. Damn, that sucks. Got it on a 6/0 Gami Gatsu. Extra wide gap hook. Can never go, especially when you're fishing bigger worms. You want to fish a little bit bigger hook, but you don't want to go too big to where it overpowers the bait. And you just expose it right there again, and boom. Fish it along the bottom, slowly crawl it, and then those big girls will just grab it. They love it. So that's that bag. Again, this is the stuff that I'll put in my bag, and I'll take this bag and basically I'll depending on the condition and the weather, there's a couple baits that I'll bring with me no matter what, like the Brush Hogs, and my creature baits, my flipping baits, my cross style baits. Definitely I'll bring those. But when it comes to like the worms, I'll have to like dedicate myself to just fishing that bait that day, because I like to change it up. Because I'm only a bank fisherman, I don't have a ton of rods and reels to take with me, so I gotta kind of pick and choose what I want to take. So that's that bag. And then here we've got 4 boxes. These are just $2 boxes that you can buy at Walmart. Great storage tip. Very inexpensive. And they're just wide enough to where if you want to lay them this way or if you want to put the packages this way, they'll fit great. I've divided them up into my craws. Got a fluke, got a swim bait, and then I got a worm box. These are my craws. These are my extra craws that I like to fish. Craws, creature baits, I put those in the same category. Oh man, that stinks. Whew, it smells really bad. Because we have got some ugly otters in the box. Yes, ugly otters are the best baits. We got the ugly otters in black blue shadow. It's basically a black and blue on one side, black on one side, blue on the other. And then we've got just black and blue. And then we've also got summer craw. And as you can see here, guys, I've got these dipped in garlic scent or crawfish scent, and it's even seeping through this bag. So I'm gonna definitely have to get these and put them in their own separate bag in the box, just so it doesn't get everywhere. But that's great. They're great baits. Fish them on a jig, flip them, Texas rig them. They'll cover your bases for any situation you come across. Also in here I've got the Wacom baits, Big Tater and Root Beer Pepper Green. And we've got the Strike King, what is this? Game Hog and Amistad Special. It's basically a Root Beer Pepper Green. But yeah. Great color for the Maryland guys. If you're fishing the Susquehanna, it's definitely a great color you want to fish. Along with your 1.5s, 1.0s, those types of baits. Next box we've got is my fluke box. Just got some flukes in it and some worms. Got some worms in there. I don't know why. Those shouldn't be in there. What we got in here? Oh no, we got lizards in here. Okay. So we've got flukes. We've got the fluke by Zoom, baby bass, and watermelon. Pretty simple, guys. Great 2 colors. That's all I really need. And then we got some lizards in here that I don't think I'll ever fish. I don't know. I won these, so I don't know. I'll probably never use those. I'll probably just give them to some kid at the lake. That's my fluke box. I really should have more in here. My favorite colored fluke to fish is the Strike King Sexy Shad. I think that's what it's called. No, that's the color. What's the bait? I don't know. It's like some. It's their fluke style bait, and it's in bluegill flash, basically. That's what I call it. I don't know if that's what it's called, but that's the color that I like to fish it in. Mainly because you can fish on a weightless hook, and it'll just fall, and it'll shimmy, and the tail will kick on the fall, and the fish just can't stand it. You gotta eat it. What box did I say this was? Grubs? What is this? We got craws, creatures. So I think this is my swim bait box, but I've only got like one thing, like swim jig trailers. What that is? Got some glue in here. Zoom Fat Albert grubs, chartreuse, and green pumpkin. We got some power lizards. Things stink. For Carolina rigs, and then we've got Berkeley Havoc, grass pigs, and green pumpkin watermelon. Good jig trailer, swim jig trailer, black blue, green pumpkin jig. It'll work for both of them. Finally, we've got a worm box, guys, my worms. Love fishing these worms in the summer. In the summertime, oh boom, another Tackle Warehouse sticker. Gotta love those, can't get enough of them. Well, actually I can because I have so many of them. I don't know where to put them all. So I'm just putting them on my boxes. I don't have a truck, can't put it on my truck. But that's besides the fact. So there's my worm box. Boom, boom, boom. We've got power worms. We've got these crazy looking freaking, I don't even know what these things are. They're like a red shad eel type worm. I don't know, man. These things are weird. Smell great. For the bass, that is. For me, they stink. In red shad. Great color. Can't go wrong. Just swim it really slow on the bottom. And the fish will just come up behind them and just whoop, grab them, swim off with them, and you set the hook and you got them. Culprit. Great company. They made the original ribbon tail worm. These baits here. I think I have one rigged up. I'm not too sure. Yeah, I got one here. I got one rigged on a straight shank hook. These are the 7-inch red shads, and they all smell of garlic once you take them out of the bag. It's a great bait. Little 1/4 ounce weight, or 3/16 or 5/8 ounce. Not 5/8, that's way too heavy. 5/16 ounce, and just swim them along the bottom. That's how I like to use them. Great colors, great color selection. Sizes vary, but it's just a great worm. And I've got these Trigger X worm here. This black and blue sapphire is a beast of a freaking worm. It is like, that's not even a foot. That's like a 15-inch worm. I mean, that thing is huge. I don't even know that I would ever fish this. Like, I don't even think I have fish big enough in Maryland that'll eat this thing. But, and I have it on such a small hook. I've got it on a 5/0 Gamakatsu EWG hook. It's just insanely huge. But that's my worm box. That's the last of my boxes. But you definitely gotta go to the store, go to Walmart. These boxes are like so cheap. They're like $2. Get a ton of them. That way, instead of having like huge boxes, you can just get these and you just fill them with your baits. Take them on your boat, put them in your truck, and then boom, when you need your baits, they're all right there. Yeah, that's basically all my tackle, you guys. I just thought I'd like to show you because I know you guys like to see what other people are throwing and using. And of course, got my Depths 250 box right here. Yeah. Oh man, I'm sorry if you guys get annoyed with the fact that my voice tends to change into like a southern accent when I talk. I don't really know why it does that, but it's not on purpose. It just happens all of a sudden. I'm not really sure. Maybe it's because I really want to live in the South one day. I have no idea. But anyways, guys, I think the next video I'll make is going to be on specifically jig fishing. And then the next video will be on bed fishing and flipping. Just because I'm trying to keep with the seasons. But please, if you guys really are wondering what about a specific topic, or you just want to see something that you've never seen before, let me know in the description below, and I'll do my best to make a video on it. And again, always follow me on my Instagram page, That Jig Fisherman. I'll definitely accept your follow, no questions asked. We can talk fishing all day. I do not care. And be sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below, and I'll catch you guys next time. Tight lines.